You are most welcome to the language class. Today we are starting chapter 21, the sentence and its parts. Today we will learn the phrase and clause. Okay, and subject and predicate. Parts of some sentences have been given below. Join the parts to create the sentences. Number 1, before the last over, bold out all the players were. So we have to arrange it. All the players were bowled out before the last over. Ended before the time scheduled the match. The match ended before the scheduled time. Number 3, when we played blew a strong wind. So when we played a strong wind blew. The sentences above have different types of parts. We already know that a verb is the main part of a sentence. We will learn about the other parts here. Let's learn. Look at the example of different types of sentences. Notice that these are not complete sentences. So we will read here some sentences and we will see that these are not complete sentence. Which is complete sentence? That means the sentence that will give the full meaning. We will get a full meaning of the sentence, then it is called the sentence. See, for example, because of her good behavior, her good behavior, it is without a verb. This sentence is without a verb. The next line, see, because she is so well behaved. The meaning of the lines are same and it is with a verb. Well behaved and good behavior are same. Because she is so well behaved with a verb. Soldiers in a parade without a verb. When the soldiers march in a parade with a verb. Okay. So the parts without verbs are called phrases. The parts with verbs are called clauses. So the part of the sentence that will have the verb, that will contain the verb, will called clauses, and that without the verb, the sentence, the part of the sentence without the verb is called phrases. Let us first learn about phrases. Phrases are small groups of words that add meaning to a sentence. So phrases are small group of words that adds meaning. A phrase is a part of a sentence, not a complete sentence, because it is not a complete structure with a verb, a subject and a predicate. So phrase will be a part of the sentence, but it will give a meaning, but it will not give the full meaning, because there will be no subject predicate and the sentence is not arranged according to the structure, because according to the structure we know that there must be a verb. There must be a verb in a sentence. Without the verb, the sentence will be phrase, not a complete sense. It will not be a sentence. Okay. So a phrase cannot exist independently as it does not have a main verb. So the phrase do not have the main verb, so it cannot exist independently. A phrase may occur before and or after the main verb in the sentence. Here are some examples. The soldiers of our country, 5 tall giraffes, very sweet, so happy, after a long walk, behind our house, over the rainbow in an hour. Identify the phrases in the sentence. Put each phrases inside bracket. All the tourists from Japan arrived on a flight. See, all the tourists is a part, from Japan is a part, and on a flight is a phrase. So three phrases are there. Next, they sat They sat in the corner for the whole afternoon. So they sat is a verb, so we cannot take it. In that corner is a phrase. For the whole afternoon is another phrase. They planned their tour over the next week. So their tour over the next week. The plan contained all the details for each day. So the plan, all the details for each day. Three parts, three phrases are there. These peoples are very organized in their planning. These people is a phrase, very organized is a phrase, and in their planning is a phrase. Some of them wanted to observe a pride of lions. Some of them is a phrase, to observe is a phrase, a pride of lions. Last three you do by yourself. Okay. Next we are coming to the clause. Here we have learned that clause, the parts with verbs are called clauses. We will learn about clauses here. Like a phrase, a clause is also a part of sentence. The tourists were scared since the time they saw the lions is a clause 2. The tourists, see here is the example is given from the same exercise. See, the tourists were scared. The tourists were scared since the time they saw the lions is another clause. Okay. The full sentence is the tourists were scared since the time they saw the lions. Like a phrase, a clause is also a group of words since the time they saw the lions. Unlike a phrase, each clause contains one main verb. The tourists were scared since the time they saw the lions. See, the tourists were scared. Scared is a main verb, and saw in the next part, since the time they saw the lions, saw is the another main verb. So in phrases we will not get any verb, but in clause there must be one main verb. Okay, and there must be subject and predicate also. Next, read the sentences, write the sentence type, simple, compound or complex after each. No, this one you will not do. This is not for you. Simple, compound, complex. That means, so simple, compound, complex is a kind of, it is also a part of sentence. Simple sentence means it will contain only one verb. Compound sentence will be joined. Two verbs will be there. It will be a sentence. It will be joined with conjunctions. And complex sentence, it will be a little bit, see, everyone knows how much I love food. It is a complex sentence. It is added with WH words. I know about food and I know about its quality. I know about food and I know about its quality. Two sentences are there. I know about food, I know about its quality, and it is joined with and. So it is a compound sentence. This street smells of good food. It is a simple sentence because only one verb is there. Simple. Smells. So it is a simple sentence. You can find many restaurants on this street where different types of foods are available. So it is a complex sentence. See, you can find many restaurants on this street. This is a sentence. Different types of food are available and it is joined with where. So it is a complex sentence. You may eat here or pack your food for home. This is compound sentence. Two sentences are joined with conjunctions. There are also home delivery services that are offered by restaurants. However, I love street food. Sorry. Number 6. There are also home delivery services that are offered by restaurants. So, this is a complex sentence. However, I love street food the best. That is simple sentence. It is inexpensive and is prepared in front of you. This is compound sentence. It tastes wonderful. This is simple sentence. So simple sentence will contain one phrase, one main verb. Okay? Compound sentence, two clauses will be joined with a conjunction. And complex sentence will be joined with WH words. WH words means who, what, where, when, like this. Okay? And there will be two clauses will be there. Understood? Till here? Now I am moving to the next part. The subject in order of the action or what or who we talk about in the sentence. The predicate is the description of the subject. It can also be the action carried out by the subject. So, what is the meaning of subject? A subject means the doer of the action, who is doing the work. What is doing or who is doing, we are talking about someone. That is called the subject. And predicate means what he is doing. That means the predicate is the description of the subject. It can also be the action carried out by the subject. That means what is the subject doing. When we are talking about a man, like example, Shiva is a good boy. Shiva is the subject because we are talking about Shiva. And is a good boy, it is an information about the Shiva. Isn't it? So, is a good boy is a predicate. Or we can say, the cow is grazing in the field. So, the work is doing, we are talking about the cow. The cow is grazing. That means the verb is grazing. What he is doing? Grazing where? In the field. So we are talking about the cow. It is the subject. And we are telling about the action the cow is doing is called the predicate. So here are some things. The basic structure of a sentence is subject plus predicate. The boy chased the wolf away. Mahatma Gandhi was a good writer. In sentence 1, the boy is the subject because he is the doer of the action. The action part, chased away the wolf, is the predicate. In next also, Mahatma Gandhi is the subject because we are talking about him, and was a good writer is a predicate. Understood? To find the subject, first locate the verb in the sentence. Then ask a question based on the verb. The answer to the question is the subject. For example, the boy chased the wolf. Here the verb is chased. Okay. Chased. Who chased? The boy chased. So who, the answer is the boy. So the boy is the subject. Next also, Mahatma Gandhi was a good writer. Here the subject is was. Who was a good writer? We are getting the answer. Mahatma Gandhi. So Mahatma Gandhi is the subject. Okay. So at first locate the verb, then ask a question based on it. Then you will get the answer you will get, that is called the subject. Example: a lot of men and women attended the show. Verb attended. Question: who attended the show? A lot of men and women. They did the action of attending. The show was wonderful. No action verb. The show, because we are talking about the show. So no action verb is there. So circle the subject and underline the predicate in the sentences below. The crowd cheered for the performers. So the crowd, who cheered? The crowd cheered. Who cheered? The verb is cheered, the crowd. So the crowd will be the subject and cheered for the performance will be predicate. Last time we have done in the class that we have made a column of subject and predicate. We have drawn a line over there and put the things in subject column and written the predicate in the predicate column. Right, like that. The performer showed different tricks. Showed. Showed is the main verb. Who showed? The performers. So the performers is the subject and showed different tricks is the predicate. The crowd loved the tricks. Who loved the tricks? The crowd. At the end of the show, the crowd left. Here is no action verb is there. See? If we will say the left is the action verb, then what will be the answer? Who left? The crowd. So here the crowd is the subject. At the end of the show, the crowd left. So left, if we are telling that left is the main verb. The living, the part of living. They are living. Okay. So left is the main verb. Who left? The crowd. So the crowd will be the subject, not the at the end of the show. So at first locate the verb, then ask a question. The answer will be the subject and predicate. So till this much. Last part we will do. Okay, only some part are left. Okay, till here I think you have understood. The last part. A sentence is not always made up of just a subject and a verb. There is usually after the verb that completes the meaning of the sentence. A lot of men and women attended the show. A lot of men and women is the subject. Attended is the verb and the show is the object. The performer subject showed verb and different tricks. An expression that completes the meaning of the verb called the object. The object is the person or thing affected by the action of the subject. It is also known as direct object. So an expression that completes the meaning of the verb is called the object. So which is the object? That expresses the meaning, the complete meaning of the verb. That is called object. And the object is the person or thing affected by the action of the subject. That means the object will be affected by the subject. Okay. It also known as direct object. It is also called the direct object. The baby hugged its mother. So the baby is the subject. He is the doer of the action. What he is doing, hugging or hugged, its mother is the object. Okay, the effect is going on to its mother. So its mother is the object. The mother, subject, doer of action, hugged her baby. This time, who is doing? The mother is doing the work, action. So mother is the subject and what he is doing, hugged. her baby, whom? The baby. So it is affecting the baby. So the baby is the object. Sometimes verb does not need anything after it to complete its meaning. The crowd left. In the case, the main verb determines whether the sentence need a subject to complete its meaning or not. So, the main verb determines whether the sentence needs an object or not and to complete the meaning or not. Okay. Arrange the parts of each of the following sentence correctly in the table. One has been done for you. Computers is selling the salesman. So, the salesman is the subject, is selling verb and computers. It is predicate. Programmers, computer programs create. Programmers create computer programs. Programmers will be subject and create computer program will be predicate. Computer machine mechanics repair. Mechanics subject, repair computers. That is repair computer is a predicate. Use children computers. Children use computers. My father, our computer cleans. My father cleans our computer. So, like this, you will do it in the book only. Next, underline the subject and the object in each of the sentences below. Circle the verbs. One has been done for you. The police visited the site of the accident. The police is the subject, visited is the verb, and the site of the accident is the object. They interviewed some witness. They interviewed some witness. They is the subject, interviewed is the verb, so some witness is the object. The witness had been the seen the accident. Had seen the accident. The witnesses is the subject, had seen is the verb, the accident is the object. See, when we are dividing, now you will be confused that here we are doing that subject and predicate and subject and object. When we are writing with the verb, the part of the sentence with the verb is predicate. So when I will give you a sentence, to make it subject and predicate, you have to make the columns. Then you will write they in the subject, interviewed some witnesses in the predicate. But when we will say that subject and object, then you have to do like this. They is the subject, interviewed verb, and some witnesses object. Listen the point properly. I am giving the example from the number D, 2D. Subject, predicate and subject, object. Subject and predicate. At first I am giving the example of subject and predicate. They described the accident. They is the subject. Described the accident is the predicate. Described the accident is the predicate. Next I am telling you that underline the subject and the object. Here you have to do like this. They, subject, described, verb, and the accident is object. The police took away the damaged vehicle. So, took away is the main verb. Ask him the question, who? The police. So, who took away? The police. So the police is the subject. Took away the damaged vehicle is the predicate. But when we are telling that subject and the object, what we will write? The police subject, took away verb, the damaged vehicle object. Okay. An ambulance took away the injured. An ambulance, here the verb is took away. Who took away? An ambulance. So an ambulance is the subject here. Took away the injured is the predicate. But when we are telling the subject object, that time an ambulance is the subject, took away is the verb, the injured is the object. Doctors treated the injured. Okay. Rearrange the following expressions to make sentences. Mark the subject, verb, and object. See. Asked an important question, I. I asked an important question. I is the subject, asked is the verb, and important question is the object. Bought a new dress, she. She bought a new dress. She is the subject, bought is the verb, and a new dress is the object. A new teacher appointed the principal. The principal appointed a new teacher. The principal is the subject, appointed verb, a new teacher, object. Brought gifts, my friends. My friends brought gifts. My friend's subject, brought verb, and gifts is the object. The new book Raghu read. Raghu is the subject, read is the verb, the new book is the object. A thank you card I must send. I is the subject, must send is the verb, and a thank you card is the object. Okay. So you will do it. If anyone is following the video, I think there must be no questions. If you have any question, jot it down. Jot it down means write in a place. You can write in the grammar copy also with the pencil. You will write it over there and you will ask one by one. And last time, many of the students have not asked any questions. It cannot be possible that they don't have any doubts. So I want those people also come forward and ask the questions. Only few students are attentive in the class and many of them are not attentive. Try to be attentive. Listen the video. Otherwise you will not get anything. So read it properly. Give below are some incorrect sentences with the friend be. Okay, no need to do all these things. Okay. So till the next class, goodbye. Have a nice time.